We are back live at Colectco for part 2 of Friday night's live Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. Let me turn off my music's already off. The song ended. I was listening to Paul McCartney, This Girl Is Mine, with it's Michael Jackson with Paul McCartney, if you want to get real technical. On and watch, be sure to let us know. And let's find that feed. All right, let's find that. There we go. Copy that and post that here. And let me post it right here. And let me get it on YouTube. Is it possible for me to put back Poison and Skid Row records I picked up last night and get a Pink Floyd Wish You Were Here? You can. You can. Sure thing. So Ken Crooker needs to put back Poison and Skid Row and get a Pink Floyd Wish You Were Here. Now, we don't have everything keyed in yet, but we can eventually do that, yes. Was that part 2? Let me make sure I copied that. Share, copy link. All right, now let me go to Instagram. Let me get this shared everywhere like I promised I would. I said I'd post it in our story. And is this a story? Yeah. There we go. This is link live now. Wish You Were Here. I got one right over here. Jody, I see your question. Give me 1 second. That'll be the first thing I show here for part 2. Let me make sure. All right, so fun part 2. We're going to be doing half-off records, bundle deals. Ken, I'm going to go ahead and tag you with a Pink Floyd Wish You Were Here. Anybody else wants one, let me know. There's my Japanese auctions I'm going to be doing tonight. I'm going to set those right here so I can get to them a little easier. Here's the first crate of half-off I'm going to be doing. Yep, let me set this over here. And let me show those slip mats. I meant to do that in part 2. We probably could have sold a bunch because I haven't shown slip mats in a while. Bring over that whole crate, actually. Thank you, Tanner. Okay, first half off crate. Let's get situated first. I've got Japanese stuff to reduce. Jody, if you want one of these, let's see. This was actually from the Moving Pictures box set. I'll do these for $9.99. Yeah, I don't know what I think my mom's been selling them all for $9.99. Yeah, I think she's been selling all these for $9.99, and we've sold a couple because I think I had 5 of them, and we've got 4. So yeah, they're $9.99. So first we have Rush Moving Pictures. These are slip mats from the box set. These were actually sent to us by our distributor. $9.99. $9.99. This is Rush Moving Pictures slip mats. I've got 4 of them left. I know Jody wants one. I know Scott Smith wants one. And I know Susie wants one. And I know Brent wants one. And so that leaves Jody to say yes, because the others are already claimed. So there's one for Scott for sure, one for Susie for sure, one for Brent for sure, and then Jody, $9.99. You know what? Actually, I owe Jody something. Jody gave me a Rush tour book. We got to give Jody one of these, actually. Jody brought me a Rush tour book from the Clockwork Angels. I have to give him something in return. So put this one down for $0 to Jody Ruffner. We're going to sell these 3 to Scott Smith, Susie Breelove, and Brent Rabley. And then Jody, consider that $0 and 0 cents to you. That just dawned on me that you brought that to me, so I owe you that. So those are all sold. That's the only ones I have. Now, these will sell even faster. Same price. I have 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 of these. I hope you're ready. I've got 4 of these. Kiss, Creatures of the Night. Oh my gosh. I've got 4. Comment Kiss if you want one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all gone. Ken Crooker, Arthur Maldondo, Scott Smith, and Brent Rabley. The only way you can get that, I think, is if you buy the $300 box set. So that's all I got, just those 4, $9.99. Ken Crooker, Arthur Maldondo, Scott Smith, and Brent Rabley. Those are all gone. I'm about to show more slip mats. Looks like everybody needs slip mats for their turntables. Next is, here's one of our best sellers of all time. These are $9.99. What we need to do to make these easier to ship, we just need to open them up if it's okay with the customers. When we ship these to you, we're probably going to take them out of this because for us to ship these to you is a lot of additional cost. So when we sell you one of these, we may just cut this off. If you want this part, fine. If that's totally not okay with you. But these are Pink Floyd slip mats, $9.99. Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd, same price, $9.99. There's one for Derek Hartman. There's one for Scott Smith. There's one for Chip Hall. These are Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. There's one for Michael Nath, one for Brent Rabley, one for Kenneth Jank. I have 2 left of Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Stephen Roberts and Josh Ragland. And I can get more of these. So this one I can actually take a waiting list on. Let me see if I got any more. What was that last name I said? Josh Ragland? I may have a couple more. I got one more. I got one more here on hand. Josh Ragland, Angela Chesney, and I think that I ran out at James Bragg. Let me count those out again. We have Derek Hartman, Scott Smith, Chip Hall, Michael Nath, Brent Rabley, Kenneth Jank, Stephen Roberts, Josh Ragland, yep, and Angela Chesney. So I could actually get more of those, and definitely I will because we sell them here in the store too. So we need to put James Bragg down for one and Brent McKinney down for one. Those won't be until next week or maybe even the week after. Now, if you really want to get excited, this is probably our second bestseller. This is Metallica, Master of Puppets. Metallica, Master of Puppets. I've got 4 of those. M-E-T. You can type that or you can type Metallica. These are $9.99. By the way, we're just going to ship you the mat. That cuts down shipping because this fits into a box a lot better. I think I've only got 4 of these, but let me see. I definitely don't have enough for the comments I'm seeing. Oh, I do have more. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, I got a bunch of these. They got mixed in with the others I'm about to show. Master of Puppets, that's another way you can abbreviate it, M-O-P. There's one for Scott Smith. There's one for Martin Pryor. There's one for No Rodriguez. There's one for Brent Rabley. There's one for Day Mars. There's one for James Bragg. There's one for John Duran. There's one for Kyle Gregory. There's one for Arthur Maldondo. I have 2 Master of Puppets left, slip mats. David Walker, I'll put you on the waiting list for Pink Floyd. Gavin wants one, and so does Ken Crooker. Master of Puppets. I listened to that on the way down here, and it just, what a song. I mean, it's just like, it's the most, I don't even know how to describe it. Oh, I got another Metallica. Did I run out? Well, no, I don't have a wait list yet, but there's another one. There's one more that you can claim tonight. And let's show this one right here. I only have 3 of these. I for sure only have 3, okay? Bob Marley has, looks like the legend artwork. $9.99. Bob Marley slip mats. I've got 3 of those. One sold to Scott Smith. I've only got 3 of these. The Doors. I've only got 3 of these. The Doors, L.A. Woman. There's one for Scott Smith. There's one for Brent Rabley. Bob Marley, Bob Marley. 1 Bob Marley left. There's the Doors for Brent Rabley. I have 2 L.A. Woman door slip mats left. $9.99, $9.99. There's one for Scott Smith. So, 1 each so far of those left. Metallica, Bob, and Doors. And that's like, the end of the stock for those until I order more. I've only got a couple more designs left. This next one is a pretty big seller for us. Probably almost up there. Probably almost up there with Metallica or Pink Floyd. AC/DC. AC/DC. These are $9.98. By the way, we're just going to ship you the mat if you absolutely want all this packaging, but that really cuts down on shipping cost when we can just ship you the mat because it fits in with our mailers and boxes a lot more efficiently. There's one for Scott Smith, one for Brent Rabley. Scott Smith has 60 turntables, so he needs a lot of these. There's one for John Duran. I went to a guy's house one time and bought some equipment from him, and he collected turntables and amps mint in the box. He had original Pioneer vintage Macintosh equipment, brand new stuff in the box. And I was like, how in the world did you even acquire this? He said years and years of buying and bidding on eBay and traveling across the country. And I was like, I believe it. There's one for Day Mars. There's one for John Porter. All right, so the AC/DCs are sold out unless I can scrape up another one in here. I have 2 more different designs left. This next one I only have 3 of. I've only got 3 of these Bob Dylan's. Looks like the poster. Looks like the poster. That's $9.99. There's 3 Bob Dylan's. I guarantee Brent Rabley and Scott Smith's going to buy one. If not, the Vegas odds have been upset. $9.99. There's one for Brent. Scott could upset the Vegas odds right here. What do I do with my cherry limeade? Is it on the counter still? I'm getting worried. I don't see it within arm length. Okay. Scott Smith, Bob Dylan. Vegas is never wrong. And then Kevin Black Fox on the Doors. So there's Bob Dylan to Brent and Scott. And the very last one, except for another, what is this one right here? Oh, I have one more Bob Dylan. So I have 2 Bob Dylans left. This is the last design that we keep in stock. David Bowie, Aladdin Sane. David Bowie, Aladdin Sane. I have 2, 4, 6 of those. David Bowie, Aladdin Sane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 David Bowie. 1 sold to Scott Smith. Brent Rabley, the Vegas odds are now on you. Now, I have a feeling, okay. This is a vinyl style cork turntable mat, 2 millimeters thick. Resonance dampening, anti-static, no slip grip, improves vinyl playback quality. That is $22.99. That's a vinyl style cork turntable mat. And these I will do for just $6.99. I'll do these for $6.99, and that's Madonna. $6.99 for Madonna. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Madonnas. Those are more promo pieces that we were sent. $6.99. $6.99 for Madonna. There's one for Debbie Blair. Tanner, these are $6.99. There's one for Marco. There's one for No Rodriguez. And I have 2 Madonnas left. So quick recap, and then I'm going to start showing vintage half off and doing our Japanese auctions. I've got 2 Madonnas left for $6.99. The cork mat is $22.99. There's Kevin Black Fox Madonna. I've got several David Bowies left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 David Bowie slip mats. These are $9.99. We got 2 Bob Dylans. We got 1 Bob Marley and 1 Metallica. We sold out of Pink Floyd. We sold out of AC/DC. We sold out of the Doors and maybe even something else. That's all I have in that category of slip mats. Kelly Cook wants the last master of puppets. All right, yeah, we sold out of Pink Floyd. We got 1 Bob Marley left, 2 Bob Dylans. And if anybody wants on these waiting lists, let me know. Actually, Kevin Black Fox was first. I'm definitely going to order more, so those picture discs. Yeah, do not try to play this. The Kiss was promo items we were sent, and those are promo items, and those I won't be getting any more of those unless I can send him an email. Maybe he can find some more from me. So that one sold to Kevin. Kelly, I'll put you on a wait list if that's okay. And yeah, don't try to put this on your turntable. That's not going to sound good. That's going to really mess up your stylus. Okay, half off vintage. half off vintage records. I'm going to be telling you the half off price. I've got 3 crates to go through, and I'm going to be doing it very fast. Supertramp, Cannonball, Supertramp, Cannonball. That is the full album. No, that's the single. $7.50 for Supertramp. I will let you know if it's a check condition. So if you don't hear me say the grade, then it's not check condition. The Best of the Guess Who, Volume 2, $7.50. Pat Travers Band Live. Pat Travers Band Live, $10. So I'm telling you the half off price. They're not check condition unless I say so. Dan Fogelberg, Phoenix, $5. Roger Daltrey, Ride a Rock Horse, $10. Burt Reynolds, Sharky's Machine soundtrack, $10. Joe Sloop, first out of this spin. He gets to Guess Who, and Tanner, this starts half off vintage. Jethro Tull, Benefit, a VG copy, $5. Loverboy, Wild Side, Near Mint, $10 for Loverboy. The Pretenders, extended play, shrink wrap and hop sticker, $10 on the Pretenders. The Best of the Lovin' Spoonful, Volume 2, $10 for the Best of Lovin' Spoonful. Iron Butterfly, Scorching Beauty, that's EX, $9. Iron Butterfly Ball is $10. And Aha, The Sun Always Shines on TV, maxi single, $7.50. Kyle Gregory, first to DF, that's Dan Fogelberg. Joe Sloop, first to Jethro Tull, Benefit, that's sold to Joe Sloop. Tim Holloway, you were second on Dan Fogelberg. And I don't have any more. I have one Madonna mat, Jedit. Yes, I have one Madonna mat, $6.99. I'll go ahead and lay that over there for you. Brownsville Station, or Brownsville Air Special, that's in shrink wrap, $10. Mama Koss, Dreamy Little Dream of Me, $5 for that. Public Execution, Mouse and the Traps, $12.50. Country Joe and the Fish, Electric Music for Mind and Body, VG Plus copy, $7.50. Hydra, Rock the World, VG Plus, $7.50. Bay City Rollers is EX, $4 for Bay City Rollers. 1910 Fruit Gum Company, Goody Goody Gumdrops, EX, that is $8. And Stephen Steele's Right By You, VG Plus, $7.50. Kenneth Jank on Country Joe and the Fish, and John Porter on Bay City Rollers. These are all half off records. Andy Summers and Robert Fripp, I Advance Mask, half off for $10. Andy Summers of The Police and Robert Fripp of King Crimson, just $10 on that. This is Bull. Bull is $12.50. The Lady of Rage on Death Row Records, $10 for that. Brent Rabley first to the Andy and Fripp record. John Stevens second. Rob Scheffler third. What Love Has, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, that is $10. Gene Ammons, Brother Jug on Prestige, that is $12.50. And Joe Turner, Effercent. Joe Turner, $10 on that. J.B. Lenore, The Taymay Club, looks like another blues record, that is $12.50. And Diodato, Nights of Fantasy, Diodato, $5. John Porter on Smokey Robinson, that's sold to John Porter. Aha was a maxi single. Brent Rabley first on JT, that was for Joe Turner. Michael Knapp second, and Brent Rabley on what I said was this blues album, this one right here. Let's see, Bobo Motion, Willie Bobo, $12.50, that's on Verve. The Midnight Special, another Joe Turner, $10 for Joe Turner. Herb Albert's Greatest Hits, $10. And the Moody Blues Octave, $7.50. Good Old Rock and Roll, this is a 28-track compilation, that is $10. Good Old Rock and Roll. Poco, Picking Up the Pieces, $5. The Peppermint Rainbow, Will You Be Staying After Sunday, that is $10. Chase, Ena, E-N-N-E-A, Chase is $7.50. Vanilla Fudge, Renaissance, $10. John Porter wants the Good Old Rock and Roll, that's so to John Porter. Marco, you were second. KC 10, as in KC and the Sunshine Band, $7.50. Todd Rundgren, Mink, and that's $10. And Todd Rundgren, Back to the Bars, that's $15. Happy is the Sunshine Company, $10 for the Sunshine Company. Freddie Jackson, Don't Let Love Slip Away. Freddie Jackson is sealed, $10. Let me go ahead and start running some more Japanese auctions of some of the reduced cost, reduced starts to get a few more of these sold for tonight, if I can spit out what I'm trying to say. First two are going to be Just $20 starts. Actually, let's make them, yeah, $20 starts. We'll start there. Loverboy and Rod Stewart Body Wishes. These are both near mint, pristine, with obi and insert. Those are $20 start. Loverboy and Rod Stewart. Todd Rundgrens are still available. Freddie Jackson. David Cassidy is $5. Gordon Lightfoot Shadows. Gordon Lightfoot Shadows, that's $10. And Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs on tour in shrink wrap, $12.50. The very best of the Everly Brothers, that's $7.50. And the best of Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs, that's $10. We're looking for $20 starts on Loverboy and Rod Stewart. Debbie Blair was first to David Cassidy. That's so to Debbie Blair. John Porter, you were second. Zawal is sealed, $10. Rod Stewart, Footloose and Fancy Free, $7.50. The J. Giles Band, Showtime. That's EX, now $9. Brownsville Station, A Night on the Town. Brownsville Station's $10. And John Palumbo, Innocent Bystander, $7.50. Clay Moore on EB. That's the Everly Brothers, sold to Clay Moore. Jason F. wants the best of Sam the Sham. That's sold to Jason F. And Kelly Cook on Rod Stewart. Derek Hartman, are you bidding on this, or did you want the Loverboy from earlier in the crate? Sun City, Artists United Against the Apartheid. That is now $10. Bottles of Wine, the Fireballs, $10 for the Fireballs. And Hubert Laws in the Beginning on CTI. Hubert Laws, $12.50. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer, $7.50. And the Dave Clark 5, I Like It Like That. Dave Clark 5, $5. The Kinks, Sleepwalker, $10 on the Kinks. Brent Rabley on Bottle of Wine, the Fireballs. That's sold to Brent Rabley. Rob Scheffler on Sun City. Derrickson on Loverboy at $20. Final call. Going twice, going three times on Loverboy. And I'm looking for the same starting bid on Rod Stewart Body Wishes. Rod Stewart Body Wishes. What was the John Palomumbo? Innocent Bystander on the Life Song label in shrink wrap, $7.50. West Side Story, Bernstein, box set, $7.50. Freeze Frame, Godly Cream, $7.50 for that, in shrink wrap. Fantasy and Reality, The Newcomers, that is $7.50. Live Wire, Pick It Up, Live Wire is $7.50. Amphibian Swamp, took me a second on that one. Clear Vinyl, $7.50. The Mac Wiseman Story, 2LP, $10. Tony Shore on Godly and Cream, that's sold to Tony Shore. Brian Auger's Oblivion Express, Reinforcements, that's $10. And Screams, Gold Stamp Promo, $7.50. Metamorphosis, Dynamic Arena, that is $10. And Bull Moose Jackson, $10. Will Smith, Just Cruising, that's a 12-inch single promo from the Men in Black movie, $10 on that. Kayak is $7.50. J. Giles Band, Sanctuary, $10. The Romantics, Rhythm Romance, is $10. And the Ohio Express, Yummy, 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 that is $10. Michael Nath on Bull Moose, that's sold to Michael Nath. Loverboy is sold to Derek Hartman for $20. Does anybody want the Rod Stewart for a buy it now of $20? A near mint pristine copy of Body Wishes. That's a buy it now for $20. No Japanese vinyls left behind tonight, right, Tanner? No Japanese vinyl left behind tonight. Let me pull out a couple more. Let's do a J. Giles Japanese lot. J. Giles Japanese lot. These are going to both be a $20 start. I think that's what we put one of these up for earlier tonight. And then there's a Japanese press of You're Getting Even while I'm Getting Odd. $20 start for both of these. $20 start for both of these. Two J. Giles Japanese pressings. What was the Kayak album? The Kayak was Phantom of the Night, $7.50. Tim Holloway wants J. Giles Sanctuary. Let's see, J. Giles Sanctuary. J. Giles, right here, that's sold to Tim Holloway. That's also what we have up for auction back here. J. Giles and J. Giles, $20 start for both of those Japanese pressing. Rod Stewart, $15. Rod Stewart Body Wishes, $15. $15. Though this is not, there is no single LP anniversary for the Dark Side of the Moon. If you want the anniversary edition, you have to buy the entire box set. The only standalone release they're doing is the Live in Wembley, which is part of the box set. We have a pre-order put up for that. Jay Giles is at 20 with Kelly Cook. John Ambrosi gets the Rod Stewart for 15. I'm just going to go ahead and grab a new crate. New crate. I've got another bin of half-off records. If you want something in these, probably need to speak quickly before I change crates. Kelly Cook's at 20 on the 2 Jay Giles. Those are going twice, going 3 times now. What else do I have in here? I've got, let's see here. Pipes of Peace, Paul McCartney. This is a $25 start. Pipes of Peace, Paul McCartney. Pristine, Japanese pressing. Near mint, very nice vinyl. There's the Japanese insert. Very nice cover. Gatefold, $25 start on Paul McCartney, Pipes of Peace. Jay Giles is at 20, now 25, and Kelly Cook's back in at 27. Fred wants the Vanilla Fudge and the Palamumbo. Let me pull that out. Let's see. Those are right. There's one, and Vanilla Fudge was... Yeah, we'll probably need to go back through this one again because it still has the Mama Koss album in there, and those always sell. And what else? There's a couple blues that got left behind. Iron Butterflies, Lover Boys, Todd Rundgren, Back to the Bars is still in there. I think everybody's a little sleepy on me. I need everybody to wake up. It's Friday night. Those are sold to Fred Carnell. Brent Rabley's at 30 on the Jay Giles. Paul McCartney's a $25 start. Half off records. Simon & Garfunkel, Parsley Sage, that is $7.50. The Ventures, Walk, Don't Run, $7.50. Smiths, Minus Plus, $10 on the Smiths, Minus Plus. Al Stewart, Year of the Cat, $10 for Al Stewart, Year of the Cat. Kenneth Jank, first on the Ventures, that's sold to Kenneth Jank. Todd Rundgren, Healing, $7.50. Jigsaw, featuring their hit single, Sky High, $10 on Jigsaw. Chuck Berry, Volume 1, Chuck Berry Live, $7.50. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Musically Speaking, $10. And this is Jackie DeShannon. What the World Needs Now is Love, $7.50. Our Memories of Elvis, Volume 2, $5 for Elvis, and Elvis in Person at the International Hotel, $12.50. Elvis, He Walks Beside Me, $5, and Elvis, How Great Thou Art. That is not supposed to be in there. That goes in one of our discount bins. Elvis Canadian Tribute, that's on yellow vinyl for $10, and Elvis Presley from Elvis Presley Boulevard, that is $6.50. All right, that's a bunch of Elvis to figure out. Let's go ahead and sell Brent Rabley, both of these Jay Giles, for $30. Does anybody want Paul McCartney for a $25 buy it now? Pipes of Peace, Paul McCartney is a $25 buy it now. Who wants it? Somebody wants that. Paul McCartney, $25, Pipes of Peace. Okay, so the first Josh Ragland was first to Chuck Berry. John Porter, you were second. Scott Corcoran, you're first to Elvis. You can have Boulevard, Canadian Tribute, He Walks Beside Me, In Person, Our Memories. And then Kenneth was next, and then Amy, and then Roger, and then Elizabeth on a lot of those other ones. Al Stewart, Modern Times, $7.50. Don Juan's Reckless Daughter, Joni Mitchell, $12.50. Modern Jazz Quartet, that is the European concert, VG Plus, $10. The Original Animals, Before We Were So Rudely Interrupted, The Animals, $7.50. The original motion picture score to Patton is $10. And In the Eye of the Storm, Outlaws, that is $10. Kenneth Jank, first to Modern Jazz Quartet. 123 Red Light, 1910 Fruit Gum Company, that is $7.50. Let's see, Bob Welch, French Kiss, $6.50. Sherry Darnell wants The Animals. Bundle Me Lot and Give In Person to the Next. All right, so he wants a bundle. They're already half off. That is the bundle price. In Person to the Next person. I think Scott maybe got that earlier tonight. Let's see, these are 5, 10, 20, and I'll make that one 5 as well. So $25. That's discounting the one that was $12.99. I'm not going to discount any of the others anymore. But that's $25 for the 4 of them if you want them. $25 for the 4 of them. He said sold. So sell those 4 for $25 to Scott Corcoran. Next is In Person, and that goes to Kenneth Jank. So Kenneth Jank gets the one I'm laying there on top. That's Elvis in person. Lots of people were next on that one. The rest of them are all sold. Jim Nielsen was first to Bob Welch. That's sold to Jim Nielsen. Okay. Uriah Heep, Abominog, $10. And Arrow, Knock 'em Dead. $5 for Arrow, Knock 'em Dead. Van Here, V-A-N-H-R, Sagas. That is $12.50. And How Did I Find Myself Here? The Dream Syndicate. That's $12.50. David Ackles, $12.50. And Justin Bieber Justice. That is that sealed? I believe it is. Now half off, $17.50. Okay. Japanese band. Let's see what we got over here. We got Eric Clapton, No Reason to Cry. This is a knock stone cold price of just a $25 start. This thing is near mint and pristine as well. It's a beautiful copy. I feel wrong starting it that low. I like this Clapton album. Has Hello Old Friend on it. Does this have Eating a Sandwich as well? That Bob Dylan song. I like that one. Just classic Clapton. $25 start on No Reason to Cry. Marco Villavenicio gets Justin Bieber Justice. We've got Jillian Embryo. That is $10 after the half off. Graham Parker and the Rumor, Palladium, New York, 1979. That is sealed, now $10. K-Holes, Dismania, that is now $10. And another Graham Parker Live, 1978, that is $10. The Blues Project, Projections, this is a white label promo, VG copy, that's $5. And Dan Fogelberg with Tim Weisberg, Twin Sons of Different Mothers, that's $5. Rich Group wants Parker. There's two in here. They're both new and sealed, $10 each. Next Japanese auction, Kenneth Jank has Eric Clapton for $25, going twice, going 3 times. I have a Kenny Rogers Greatest Hits. Kenny Rogers Greatest Hits. This is a $15 start. Japanese pressing of Kenny Rogers Greatest Hits, near mint, pristine with obi and insert. Final call on Eric Clapton. Rich Group, let me know which two of the Graham Parkers you want. Josh says you can give my Pink Floyd slip mat to the first on the wait list. No wait list for me. So Josh doesn't want the Pink Floyd slip mat. Give that the first on the wait list. Kelly Cook wants the Blues Project. Sell that to Kelly Cook. Ronnie Millsap, there's something. Ronnie Millsap, $5. What's that say? There's no getting over me. Ronnie Millsap, $5. Fog Hat, Boogie Motel, $7.50. Willie Nelson, City of New Orleans, $7.50. Deodato Prelude is $7.50. And the Dales, The Dales is $12.50. Rob Long on RM, Ronnie Millsap. That's sold to Rob Long. No Rodriguez, you were second. John Porter, first to Fog Hat. And Susie Breedlove, you're second. Clint Howard, first to Willie Nelson. Eric Clapton is sold to Kenneth Jank for $25. That's sold to Kenneth Jank for $25. Does anybody want Kenny Rogers for $15? That's the best price on that. Japanese pressing of Kenny Rogers' Greatest Hits, $15. Yes, they're both new and sealed on the Graham Parkers. They're both new and sealed on the Graham Parkers. Ivory Joe Hunter is $6.50. Electric Love, the Electric Concept Orchestra, that is $12.50. Angela Chesney gets the Kenny Rogers Greatest Hits for $15. Stephen Chesney was second. That's the same people. And next, Japanese auctions. Let's see what I have in here. I'm grabbing a Bad Company and a Hiding Out. Let's see what we got here. Bad Company, Desolation Angels, near mint, pristine vinyl on this Japanese pressing. This is Bad Company, Desolation Angels. That's a $20 start. Vinyl's near mint and pristine. There's the inner sleeve. It has a couple of foxing spots on the inner sleeve, some foxing on the insert. Nice gatefold cover, just has some of the discoloration up here along the top. Very common with these white covers. Bad Company, Japanese press, $20 start. Then we have Hiding Out. Is this a soundtrack? This might be a soundtrack. All That Jazz, Katie Lang, Lee. Yeah, this is a soundtrack. Hall & Oates. Does that say Hall & Oates? I thought I saw something that said Hall & Oates. Hiding Out soundtrack, also a $20 start. This is a Japanese promo. Hiding Out soundtrack, that's a $20 start. Graham Parker is Palladium, New York, May 11th, 1979. And Graham Parker, this one's called Something Something Germany, 1978. Live in Bremen, Germany. What's that say right there, though? Burger something? Burgers. I can't read what's above that. Those are $10 each. Live Graham Parkers. Peter, Paul, and Mary. The best of Peter, Paul, and Mary. That's $5. Another Chase. That is $7.50. Leo Kottke, My Feet Are Smiling. $5 on Leo Kottke. Keep the Fire, Kenny Loggins. $5. And Jamie Foxx, Experiment. Jamie Foxx, Experiment. That is $7.50. Joan Baez, Any Day Now. Joan Baez is $7.50. Clay Moore wants the Dales. Clay Moore is on the Dales. That's sold to Clay Moore. Pretty Boys and Pretty Girls, Tubular Bells, Book of Love, $7.50. Collector's Records of the 50s and 60s, Volume 4. That's $6.50. The Boomtown Rats, Mondo Bongo, $10. Derek Clark wants both Graham Parkers. Rich, you can have those for $20. If not, I'm going to sell those to Derek Clark. John Stevens on Book of Love. That's sold to John Stevens. Michael Nath wants the Collector's Records of the 50s and 60s. Rob Scheffler was third. Style Council Internationalist is $7.50. And the Best of Arlo Guthrie. The Best of Arlo Guthrie, $10. Mel Taylor and the Magics in Action. That is $15 in shrink wrap. And I've Been Everywhere, The Collector. Eugene Chadbourne. Eugene Chadbourne is $10. There are no bids on these. I'm looking for $20 starts, or I'm going to end them and make them a bite now in just a second. John Stevens first to the Style Council. Rich Group does get both of the Graham Parkers, 10 and 10. Hiding Outs at 20 with Tony Shore. And Mel Taylor sold to Brent Rabley. Style Council went to John Stevens. That's sold to Brent Rabley. Noel Harrison, Collage, featuring Suzanne. That's $5. The Righteous Brothers, Soul Inspiration. That's $5. And Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, The Tears of a Clown. $7.50. Glenn Campbell's Greatest Hits is $5. Wow. And Night of the Demon. This is a picture disc, sealed, $7.50. We have Smokey Robinson sold to Kenneth Jank. John Porter was second. Hiding Out goes to Tony Shore for $20. That's sold to him. And Derek Hartman, if you want Bad Company, it's a $20 bite now. I will sell it to you if you want it for $20. No Rodriguez was first on Glenn Campbell. Rob Scheffler first on Demon. And we have, next was Jetted on SR. That might be something already sold. And then Boomtown Rats, Fred Carnell, Boomtown Rats was $10. Really nice looking pressing. Very nice. Excuse me, $10 on that. Okay. Derek, how could you say no to a Japanese Bad Company for $20? Oh my gosh. Now, if there's anybody else want anything in there, let me know. I may run through those a second time, but I've got a whole nother crate to show. And I've got more Japanese auctions to run. Right, Tanner? Right, let me pull it up. What do we got in here? Europe. Oh my gosh. Let's see. And Quarter Flash. Let's see what we got here. All right, Europe, Wings of Tomorrow, Japanese press. This is going to be a $35 start. Europe, Wings of Tomorrow, Near Mint, Pristine, Japanese pressing. That's a $35 start. And Quarter Flash, Japanese pressing, just $20 start on that. Near Mint with Obi. So $35 and $20 on those two. He says he already has Bad Company, so let's give that to Jim Nielsen, $20. And Fred Carnell wants the Boomtown Rats. That's sold to Fred Carnell. And James McGowan wants the Arlo Guthrie Greatest Hits. Let me pull those as well. All right, so James McGowan got Arlo Guthrie. That's his. Fred Carnell got Boomtown Rats. Jim Nelson got the Bad Company for $20. And Susie said she would have taken it if he didn't. All right, another crate of half off. I could do these literally for 15 hours straight, and it wouldn't make a dent in our inventory. It would not make a dent in our inventory. I could just keep going and filling up crates and filling up crates. It's exhausting. All right, before I do that, let me show a couple 45s over here. Let's see. Let me show these right here. These have got to be Somebody's got to want these. Oh my gosh. Let me grab a handful and see what's all in here. Show a couple 45s right quick. All right, so Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney, The Girl Is Mine. That is $9.99. $9.99. Ebony and Ivory is $9.99. The Beatles, Lady Madonna. The Beatles, Lady Madonna. That is $24.99. White Christmas, Walter Brennan, $6.99. Bruce Springsteen, My Hometown, $14.99. Chubby Checker, Lodi Low, $9.99. Steve Winwood, Freedom Overspill, $7.99. ABC, How to Be a Millionaire, $6.99. Prince and the Revolution, Kiss, $19.99. Prince and the Revolution, Kiss, $19.99. Swingin' the Blues, Guy Mitchell, $3.99. Patti Smith Group, Because the Night, Patti Smith, $9.99. And Jim Reeves, I'm Getting Better, $4.99. $4.99. Jim Nielsen is at $35 on quarter. Actually, Jim, I said $20 on Quarter Flash and $35 on Europe. So this is just a $20 start. If you want to be at $35, that's okay. But that was a $20 start, and Europe was a $35. Let's see here. Paul McCartney, Pipes of Peace. This is a, did I say a $25 start on that or a $20? My absolute lowest on that is $20. Pipes of Peace, Japanese press. John Young, first to the Beatles. He wants the Beatles Lady Madonna picture sleeve. That's sold to John Young. Josh Ragland wants Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney. That's sold to Josh Ragland. This Girl Is Mine. Jim Nielsen wants the Prince 45. That's sold to Jim Nielsen. And Jim Nielsen is in on Quarter Flash at 20. No, those are already sold. So that leaves Jim Reeves, Patti Smith, Guy, ABC, Steve Winwood, Chubby Checker, Bruce Springsteen, Walter Brennan, and then Paul McCartney with Stevie Wonder, Ebony and Ivory. That one's $9.99. Okay. And Derek, if you don't want Paul McCartney, Clint Howard does. Pipes of Peace is going to be sold to somebody, Derek Hartman or Clint Howard. And Tanner, underneath that is those 345s. Okay. Final call on Quarter Flash for 20, and final call on Europe at 35. Derek says he passes, so sell that to Clint for 20. The 45s are sticker, but I will make you a deal, but not half off on them. I hadn't shown those in a long time. I don't know if I've ever shown those, to be honest. We got so many 45s that were priced and never shown in our bins underneath our tables in the back. So Ohio Express is $8.50. Ohio Express, $8.50. John Parr is $10. These are all half-off records. John Parr is $10. Al Stewart, Modern Times, $10 for Al Stewart. And Climax Blues Band, Flying the Flag, $10 on Climax Blues Band. Jay Giles, The Morning After, $10 on that one. Boy, that's a nice-looking copy. Jay Giles is $10. And we have Human League Unlimited Orchestra. Human League is $10. And Steppenwolf, Rest in Peace, is $10. Steppenwolf, Rest in Peace. Dire Straits Communique. Dire Straits Communique is a VG Plus, $7.50. First, let's sell Jim Nielsen the Quarter Flash for $20. Who wants the bargain on the Europe Japanese pressing for $35? That's a $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now on Europe. Which Patti Smith was that? Let me go ahead and show that first. Patti Smith was Because the Night, and Godspeed, $9.99. GM on the Patti Smith 45. Scott Corcoran first on Jay Giles. That's go to Scott Corcoran. Jim Nielsen gets the Climax Blues Band. Jedit wants the Human League. That's sold to Jedit. And Jim Nielsen wants the Patti Smith 45. That's sold to Jedit. Who's going to take Europe? So far, we have no Japanese auctions left behind tonight. Who wants the Europe? Tim Holloway on Dire Straits. That's sold to Tim Holloway. Europe's a $35 buy it now. Next, Japanese auctions. Let me grab a couple out of here. We've got a... Let's do these two right here. Chicago, the Chocolate Bar album, which is Chicago 10. Chicago 10 is near mint, no condition notes with Obi. $15 start on Chicago 10, and an Officer and a Gentleman soundtrack. That is also a $15 start. $15 and $15 start on Chicago and an Officer and a Gentleman. $15 starts on those. Back to the half off. Monkeys, Then and Now. What the heck? That's a Monkeys compilation. VG Plus, $7.50. Gordon Lightfoot, Old Dan's Records. EX, $9 on that now. Boogaloo Down Broadway, The Fantastic Johnny C. That's a VG Plus, $10. Jim Nilsson's in on Chicago at $15. It's a Guitar World, Chet Atkins, $7.50. We have Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom, $10 on Uriah Heep. And the J. Giles Band, Showtime, $10 on that one. Emerson, Lake and Palmer Trilogy is $10. And the Beach Boys, 15 Big Ones, $7.50. All right, we pulled Human League, we pulled Patti Smith, we pulled Dire Straits. Chicago, Jim Nilsson was in first at 15, Roger second, Jamie Miller first to the Monkees, Matthew Knight second, Sheena Easton Fry from the last crate, let me find that. Chicago's at 20, and Rob Scheffler gets the Chet Atkins. Those are all sold, Monkees and Chet. Martha Reeve and the Vandellas, Riding High. That's $10 for Martha Reeve. Stephen Steele's self-titled first album, $10. Love the One You're With. Ray Manzarek, the keyboardist from The Doors, $12.50. Carole King, City Streets, $12.50. And The Byrds, Farther Along, $10 in shrink wrap for The Byrds. Boz Scaggs, Slow Dancer, $10. And Old Rockin' Urn, Tennessee Ernie Ford, $7.50. All right, Chicago's at 20 with Roger Ramjet. Jim Nilsson, let me know if you're in or out. Brent Rabley first on Martha and the Vandellas, and John Porter first to Carole King, City Streets. Jam Factory is a VG Plus, $10. Aretha Franklin, Who's Zooming Who? That's $10. Sherry Darnell wants Steels and the Byrds. Those are both sold to Sherry Darnell, sold and sold. Wahanka is $12.50 from 1970, and The Best of the Crusaders, $10 on that one. Jim Nilsson's back in on Chicago at 25. Kenneth Jank wants the Aretha Franklin. That's sold to Kenneth Jank. And who wants Officer and a Gentleman soundtrack? Japanese Press for $15. $15 on an Officer and a Gentleman soundtrack. $15 bot now. Let me step over here and grab my cherry limeade. Delicious. 44 ounces of it. Sherry Darnell takes the Officer and Gentleman. That's sold to Sherry Darnell for $15. Roger Ramjet, let me know if you're in or out on Chicago. He's out. So that's sold to Jim Nelson for $25. Let me put up two new Japanese auctions right quick. Let me grab these for a second. Let me see what's here in the back. We got, let's see. We have we have Elton John, Too Low for Zero. Elton John, Too Low for Zero. That is going to be a $25 start. Elton John, Too Low for Zero, a pristine Japanese pressing. I'm Still Standing. It has the insert inside. That's what makes that die-cut cover be colorized. That's a $25 start. And Diana Ross, New Soul Greatest Hits. Diana Ross, $15 start. $15 start on Diana Ross. Let's see here. Michael Nath's at $25 on Elton John. Diana Ross is a $15 start. Bob Welch, Three Hearts, that's $10. Roger Daughtry's Best Bits, that's a compilation of his solo work. That is $10. Curtis Blow, Kingdom Blow, $10 on Curtis Blow. Never No Mo Blues, Jimmy Rogers, $10 for that. Robert Palmer, Maybe It's Live, $10 for Robert Palmer. And a Dolly Parton 12-inch single, Potentially New Boyfriend. That is $12.50. And Country My Way, Nancy Sinatra, $7.50. Jim Nilsson first to Welch, and Michael Nath on Jimmy Rogers, Never No Mo Blues. Final call on Elton John for $25. Final call on Diana Ross for $15. Joe Cocker, $10. The Association is $6.50. And The Art of Hank Crawford, the Atlantic Years Hank Crawford jazz album, does have some writing on the cover, $7.50. And JoJo Gunn, JoJo Gunn is $7.50. Paul Cantor, Gray Slick. Sunfighter, $10. And Boz Skaggs, Silk Degrees, $10. Jeremiah has some cover damage, $12.50. The Dirt Band, Make a Little Magic, $7.50. And Spanky and Our Gang's Greatest Hits, $10. Rob Scheffler is in on Elton John for $26. I'm going to go ahead and sell Kenneth Jank, Dinah Ross for $15. So, Michael, you're out on Elton John. Derek Hartman also bid $25. Michael's back in at $27. Silk Degrees, that is Boz Skaggs. That is sold to Jim Nilsson. No, I've already sold Dinah Ross. And what was the earlier Boz Skaggs and Uriah Heep? We had Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom, and I'm not for sure if there was another Boz Skaggs in this bin. Yes, there was. Slow Dancer, $10 on that. We've already sold Dinah Ross. Sean Fairweather wants the Beach Boys, 15 big ones. That's in here somewhere, isn't it? 15 big ones, the Beach Boys. Yep, that's sold to Sean Fairweather. Elton John, 30 and 30. Let me grab another handful of 45s right quick, just see what's in this crate. I think these got priced like probably 2 years ago, and we never did even really look through them. Let's find out. I don't recall showing any of these. Of course, 2 years ago I've shown a lot of records between now and then. The Dream Academy, The Love Parade, $6.99. Loverboy, Loving Every Minute of It, $7.99. Take It Away, Paul McCartney, $9.99. The Fix, The Sign of Fire, $7.99. Casey and the Sunshine Band, The Same Old Song, $9.99. Madonna, Live to Tell, $12.99. New Edition, Cool It Now, New Edition, $7.99. Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine, 123, $7.99. Juice Newton, First Time Caller, $4.99. Paul McCartney, No More Lonely Nights, $9.99. And New Edition, Tears on My Pillow, $7.99. All right, so Derek's out on Elton John. Michael Nath has that for $30. Rob's also out. Final call on Elton John to Michael Nath. Jim Nilsson first to the Loverboy. Kenneth Jank, you were first to New Edition. Kenneth Jank, you were first to New Edition. There's actually two in here. Your pick between Cool It Now and Tears on My Pillow, and then Tom Steyer is next on those. Sherry Darnell wants Casey and the Sunshine Band. That is sold to Sherry Darnell. Kenneth Jank wants Cool It Now. That's sold to Kenneth Jank. And so Tom Steyer, this is yours if you want it. If not, it's sold to No Rodriguez. That leaves Paul McCartney, No More Lonely Nights, Juice Newton, Gloria Estefan, Madonna, The Fix, Paul McCartney, Take It Away, and the Dream Academy. Let's see here. He passes on that one, so this one goes to No Rodriguez. That's yours. And we have 3 Paul McCartney 45s in here. If somebody buys all 3 of them, 5, 5, and 5. Ebony and Ivory, Take It Away, and No More Lonely Nights. $15 for all 3 of those. How could somebody say no to that? Okay, I'll grab another stack of that in just a second. Wow, it's already 11:55. That's okay. That means it's still early. I was like, wow, it's only 11:55. No Rodriguez gets those for 5, 5, and 5. And let's go ahead and sell this Japanese auction. This is sold to Michael Nath for $30. I'm going to put that on top of Paul for right now. And Kelly, you were second. Rick Springfield, Comic Book Heroes, $10 for Rick Springfield. And Sonny Rollins, Sunny Days, Starry Nights. Sonny Rollins, $7.50. Ozark Mountain Daredevils, the Car Over the Lake album, $7.50. And Steve Winwood, Talking Back to the Night. That is $10. Steve Winwood, Talking Back to the Night. Next, Japanese pressings. Let's see what we have in here. I reduced one of these earlier tonight, and we had one of these earlier tonight. I think they were up at the same time. These are 2 different ones. Again, I think both had multiple bidders. We have David Bowie, Tonight, a near mint, pristine Japanese pressing. Beautiful vinyl. That's a $30 start. There's the Japanese insert. Fantastic cover with Obi, Mr. Bowie. That's a $30 start for David Bowie Tonight. And a really nice copy of Foreigner 4. And I'll start this one just like the last one, just for a $25 start. Foreigner 4, there's the insert. There's the other insert, Urgent, Jukebox Hero. $25 start on Foreigner, $30 start on David Bowie. Brent Rabley was first to Sonny Rollins. Sean Fairweather was second. Alan Parsons Project, Turn of a Friendly Card. That's in shrink wrap, $7.50. Roy Orbison, In Dreams. Has some names on the back. I wonder if that's people in the band. I don't know. No, that's probably somebody's name. VG copy, $10. Roy Orbison. David Bowie, Absolute Beginners, 12-inch single, $10 on that. And Jefferson Starship, Nuclear Furniture, $10 on Starship Nuclear Furniture. Joe South, Introspect. Joe South is $7.50. And Don McLean, Solo. Don McLean is $10. Jeffrey Thomas, first to SO. SO, Jeffrey, he meant AP for Alan Parsons. Brent's going to pass on the Roy Orbison. Jim Nilsson has Foreigner 4 for $25. That's going twice, going 3 times. David Bowie, I'm looking for a $30 start, or I'll make it a buy it now. Was, Not Was, that is $10. Born to Laugh at Tornadoes. And Village People, Renaissance. Village People is $10. He said, never mind, I'll take it. That's Roy Orbison in Dreams, sold to Brent Rabley. Brent Rabley also wants Was, Not Was. That is sold to Brent Rabley. Bobby V meets the Crickets, $10 for that. And Dan Fogelberg, The Innocent Age. This has the booklet with it as well, $10. Jim Nilsson gets Foreigner for $25. That's sold to Jim Nilsson. And who wants Bowie for a $30 buy it now? David Bowie for a $30 buy it now. What a deal. I can't remember what we sold the other one for tonight, but I think it was more than that. $30. David Bowie tonight. And I'll reduce Europe. I'll reduce Europe $5 more. Wings of Tomorrow, Japanese pressing, also $30. $30 and $30. If not, I said nothing left behind, but I may like to hold on to those a little longer. We have 2 offers for Bowie at $25. Scott's going to take the Europe, so sell that to, let's see, sell that to, Scott was first to that at $30. No was second. Let me think on the Bowie. Well, let me not think too long. $28. $28 for David Bowie tonight. Clint, that's to you for $28, if not Fred. I think I saw one tonight for a $35 start, I'm pretty sure. Bo Brummels, the Bo Brummels Sing, that's $7.50. And Marion Maiden, It's a Beautiful Day. This is a Columbia 360 sound, $10. Marion Maiden, $10. I don't remember the Village People. Yeah, this is the Village People Goes New Wave. That's the Village People Goes New Wave. $10. That's not the construction people, Village People. That's not the construction workers. Rock and Roll Music, 10 years after, $10. Brent needs to put back Was. He already has that one. Brent needs to put back Was, not Was. All right. Let's keep 25 is all I can do. Are you sure? Are you sure? If not, Fred, do you want it for 28? Was, not Was. This is a buy it now for $10 if anybody wants it. John Miller wants 10 years after. Jamie Miller takes the Was. So that goes right back on the cart. John Miller got 10 years after. Jamie Miller wants Was. Next 2 Japanese auctions is Billy Squier, Signs of Life. Billy Squier, Signs of Life, a $20 start. Billy Squier, Signs of Life, $20 start. Late Night Japanese Clearance, Signs of Life. There's the LP. There's the insert. There's the pristine cover with Obi. $20 start on Billy Squier, Signs of Life. Fred said sure. So Clint, you can say sold for 28, or you can say pass. If not, if you say pass, I'm going to sell it to Fred for 28. Rainbow Down to Earth. Rainbow Down to Earth. This is a $30 start. The lowest I've ever had. Probably a rainbow up for starting bid. Rainbow Down to Earth. There's the pristine Japanese vinyl. There's the insert. There's the cover of Obi. That's a $30 start. Rainbow and Billy Squier is a $20 start. Clint says he's passed, so sell that David Bowie for 28. Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards. $10 for Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards. And the Kinks, Live the Road. The Kinks Live, $10. The Supremes, Live at the Copa. $6.50 for the Supremes, Live at the Copa. In shrink wrap, $6.50. The Stylistics, Thank You Baby. Stylistics, that is $7.50. John Porter, first to the Kinks. That's sold to John Porter. Aaron Gardner, first to the Supremes. Kenneth Jank was second. and Wild in the Street soundtrack, $12.50. John Cafferty, Tough All Over, $10 for John Cafferty. Elton John, Friends is $10, and the Flamingo Kid soundtrack is $10. Kenneth Jank also wants Stylistics, or he gets Stylistics. He was second to the Supremes. Let me grab another handful of 45s right quick, see what's left in this bin over here. We have, let me grab it from, let me see what we got here. Yeah, let me grab these. Okay, Arthur Maldondo on the Flamingo Kid. That's sold to Arthur Maldondo. All right, more 45s. Missing Persons, Give. Missing Persons, picture sleeve, $7.99. Miami Sound Machine Conga, $7.99. She and I, that's Alabama. She and I, $6.99. Julian Lennon, Want Your Body, that is $7.99. Bruce Willis, Under the Boardwalk, $7.99. Katrina and the Waves, that is $6.99. Elvis Presley, Wear My Ring Around Your Neck, $19.99. Don't You Think It's Me, that's an early one, $19.99. Elton John, Natika, like B-sides Restless, some kind of Russian something, $9.99. Season's Best from Chevrolet featuring Diana Shore, that is $7.99. Merry Christmas from Your RCA Victor record dealer. That is a sampler of Christmas song, RCA promo, $6.99. And Janet Jackson, Nasty. Janet Jackson, Nasty, $12.99. Uriah Heep sold to David Walker. I'm pulling Demons and Wizards for you, David. Let me know if that's not right. Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards. Let me know if that's not right. I'm putting your name on that one. Anybody on this stack? Janet Jackson, the RCA promo, Diana Shore from Chevrolet. Elton John, Elvis, Katrina and the Waves, Bruce Willis, Julian Lennon, Alabama, Miami Sound Machine, and Missing Persons. Sherry Darnell wants Conga. She also wants the Alabama, She and I. And Sherry Darnell also wants the Elvis Presley and the Janet. She got a 4-in-1 combo there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are sold to Sherry Darnell. Anybody else? RCA, Dinah Shore, Elton, Katrina, Bruce, Julian, and Missing Persons. All right, Rainbow's a $30 buy it now. Somebody needs to be all over this. Rainbow Down to Earth, $30 buy it now. That is Rainbow Down to Earth, $30 buy it now. Speak now if you want it now. This is a buy it now for Rainbow Down to Earth, $30. And Billy Squire is a $20 buy it now. $20 buy it now for Signs of Life. David Bowie, Signs of Life. Just a $20 buy it now. CZ Breedlove first on Rainbow. Steve Bosford gets Billy Squire. Susie gets Rainbow for $30. Steve Bosford gets Billy Squire for $20. Did I show everything in here? I did. Let me read through these titles one more time of what's left here. I may put up 2 more Japanese auctions just for your consideration. And I'll grab a couple more handfuls of 45s. Let's see what we have. I put up one of these earlier and sold it. Let's run this one as well, and I'm going to do this one right here. These are $20 starts. No Obies. We have Jimi Hendrix in the West. This one is a little bit nicer cover than the one we sold earlier for $15. Still no Obie, but very nice. Jimi Hendrix in the West. This one has the insert. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. That's Jimi Hendrix in the West. Just a $20 start on that. That is a Japanese pressing, Japanese quality. And then Foreigner's Greatest Hits. It's called Foreigner Records. Cold as Ice, Double Vision, Head Games, Waiting for a Girl Like You, Feels Like the First Time, Urgent, Dirty White Boy, Jukebox Hero, Long, Long Way from Home, and Hot Blooded. This is also a $20 start. No Obie, near mint with insert, $20 start on Foreigner. That's our next 2 auctions. Here's what's left in this Japanese half-off bin. Elton John, John Cafferty, Wild in the Streets, The Village People, It's a Beautiful Day, The Beau Brummels, Dan Fogelberg, Bobby V Meets the Crickets, Solo, Don McLean, Joe South, Introspect, Jefferson Starship, David Bowie, Absolute Beginners, Steve Winwood, Ozark Mountain Daredevils. If you want any prices, let me know. If you already know the price and you want to make an offer, go right ahead. Rick Springfield, Spanking Our Gang's Greatest Hits, The Dirt Band, Jeremiah, and Sunfighter, Paul Cantor, and Grace Slick. Let me stop right there and grab a handful of 45s. I see several people are very interested in seeing what we have left in this department. Let me grab the last half of this first row here that I've been pulling from. High bid on Foreigner. High bid on Foreigner is $21 with Arthur Maldondo. Arthur's at 21. We have Michael Jackson. I just can't stop loving you. That's $14.99. Michael Jackson's $14.99. Jackie Brown from John Cougar Mellencamp, $9.99. Clyde McPhatter, Lover Please and Let's Forget About the Past. Clyde McPhatter is $7.99. Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark, $5.99. Now or Never. Boy, that's a brutal cover. That is, it's Yoko Ono. It's Plastic Ono Band. Let's see if John's on side. Let's see what's going on here. No, it's both a Yoko Ono song. That is Now or Never and Move On Fast. That's $19.99. Looks like a Vietnam era type, like war scene on the cover. $19.99 on that one. There we go. All right, let me pause on those for a second. And yeah, brutal cover and brutal vocalist. Yeah, this is overall a brutal record. Brutal to look at and brutal to listen to. Let me pause on those. Let me do this in order. Kelly McDonald, the Elton John. The Elton John is $10. $10. And Sherry Darnell wants Spanky and Our Gang's Greatest Hits. Sunday Will Never Be the Same. I like that one. That's sold to Sherry Darnell. Okay, Foreigner, we're at 30 with Jim Nelson. Jamie bid 22. Kelly Cook wants the John Cougar single out of here. John Cougar single. All right. So this first stack was Michael Jackson, Yoko Ono, Bruce Springsteen, and Clyde McPhatter. I can go ahead and sell Jimi Hendrix. Derek Hartman gets that for $20. That's sold to Derek Hartman for $20. And the high bid on Foreigner is Jim Nelson for $30. Jim Nelson has that for $30. Let me finish these 45s. There's another McCartney and Stevie, Ebony and Ivory, $9.99. Coming up is $9.99. Steve Winwood, Freedom Over Spill. That is $5.99. Frank Zappa, Valley Girl. Frank and Moon Zappa, Valley Girl, $12.99. Cyndi Lauper, Money Changes Everything. The sleeve has some damage right there. $6.99. 8 all-time super quarterbacks. $19.99. Exciting play-by-play action stories and interviews narrated by Ken Coleman. Charlie Connery, Sammy Bob, I know Bart Starr, Wyatt Tittle. Yeah, I guess probably at one time or another I've had autogram football cards. Sammy Baugh, Bart Starr, of course. That is $19.99. Steve Winwood, Valerie. That's a good one. $7.99. The Pretenders, Windows of the World from the motion picture soundtrack, $19.69. That's $9.99. And another Loverboy, Loving Every Minute of It, $6.99. Tom Steyer was first to Valley Girl. Frank Zappa, Brent Rabley, you were second. Let's go ahead and sell Foreigner to Jim Nelson for $30. I'll put that one right there, Tanner. There's Valley Girl for Tom Steyer. And Kelly Cook wants Valerie, Steve Winwood. Sell Brent Rabley the QBs for $12. Sure. Yeah, any of these higher price ones, if anybody wants to make an offer, anything more than 15 or 20, anybody wants to make an offer on it, I may move it to you. Yes, no, you got this one already. If you want coming up, I'll sell you that one for $5 as well. And then if anybody wants Ebony and Ivory, I guess I'll sell that one for $5 as well. We've already sold one to No, even though he got a bundle deal. Steve Winwood, Loverboy, The Pretenders, and Cyndi Lauper. And he said he'll take it for $5. All right, so sell that to No for $5. And the Sunfighter, who asked about that? Susie. The Sunfighter, I think, was $10. Sunfighter was $10. Kelly McDonald wants the Elton John. That's the LP in here. What happened to it? That was Friends. That's sold to Kelly McDonald. I'm going to put that right there. And Josh Ragland wants Ebony and Ivory for $5. And Susie Breelove wants Sunfighter, and that was the half-off price at $10. Let me grab another handful of 45s. I don't know if we'll get through all these. This is a big box. But this is the time of the night that I usually do them. because it's hard to do them during the middle of a sale. I used to do it sometimes on Sundays, but the way our invoicing works, it's just really tough for us to do that. All right, so Carpenters, Touch Me While We're Dancing, $6.99 for the Carpenters. Pete Townsend, Give Blood, $7.99 for Pete Townsend. Eric Clapton with Tina Turner, $9.99, Tearing Us Apart. Tough Enough, The Fabulous Thunderbirds, $7.99. Murray Head, One Night in Bangkok, $8.99. Glass Tiger, Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone, that's $9.99. Bruce Springsteen, I'm on Fire, $9.99. The Jacksons, Body, $9.99. Play Hot Lava, that's numbered to 400, number 35, $9.99. ABC, The Night You Murdered Love, ABC is $7.99. Christy and Jimmy McNichol, that is $7.99. Aretha Franklin, Jimmy Lee, $7.99. Wang Chung, Hypnotize Me, $9.99. Rick Nelson, My Bucket's Got a Hole in It, Believe What You Say, $9.99. Status Quo, What You're Proposing, that's on the Vertigo label, $9.99. The Doobie Brothers, The Doctor, $6.99. Billy Joel, Uptown Girl, $9.99. Silence Earthling, Shut Up EP, $9.99. John Lennon, I'm Stepping Out, $9.99. And Glenn Frey, You Belong to the City. I like that one, $7.99. All right, Jim Nelson wants the Fabulous Thunderbirds. That's so did Jim Nelson. We're also going to sell Brent Rabley, Beautiful Day, for $7. Derek Hartman says he's checking out. We're about to check out too. Let's sell Brent Rabley, It's a Beautiful Day, for $7. And let's sell Jesse Hood, Bruce Springsteen, for $5. Let me find that first. Okay, so Jim Nelson got the Thunderbirds. Let's find Bruce Springsteen. That's for Jesse Hood, $5. Next is Wayne Tisworth, Status Quo, $5. And then No Rodriguez wants Billy Joel and John Lennon for $5 and $5. There's John Lennon, there's Billy Joel. Those are sold to No Rodriguez, both of those for $10, and Kelly Cook gets Glenn Frey. Anybody else on anything in that stack? Does anybody want a bundle deal on everything that's left? I'm talking a heck of a deal to end tonight's sale. What do you think, Tanner? Let me see how many's in here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's first sell Arthur, One Night, for $5. So that's $5. There's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Actually, sell that to Jesse Hood for $5. So there's 20 with Clyde McFadder. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 39 45s. First person to comment, $100. $100 for all those that's left. $100. 100. That's what you got to comment if you're interested in buying those. I will find that for you, Angela. That's the Sheena Easton for $5. I think I can find that pretty fast. Let me see if I can find that. Sheena Easton. $5. Let's see. It must have been in the first crate. Let me see if it's in this first crate. Sheena Easton. It must have been in the first crate we went through. I think it was. Let's see here. It was like a red looking cover. Okay. I will do a thorough search as soon as the show's over, because I'm not finding it in my first look. And I don't think we sold it. So not in there. Righteous Brothers. Nope. Well, I flipped through them all a couple times and no luck yet. Are you sure we didn't sell it? I don't recall seeing it right there, but I will look. And I will look in just a second. Comic Book Heroes is $10. The cover condition is really, really nice. Really, really nice. That's $10. Okay. Nobody wants the 45s. That's okay. We're going to stop there. We'll be back live tomorrow for our last show of the week, 7 o'clock Central Time. I hope you come back and join us. We'll have new arrivals. I'm going to work on Murfreesboro stuff tonight. John's not here, so I have to price new arrivals myself. We will be back live at 7 o'clock. New arrivals from Murfreesboro Collection. New arrivals and new vinyl stuff that we didn't get to put out tonight. And I'll have all new Japanese auctions along with more clearance to finish those out. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Jamie got that for 10. I got to find Sheena Easton, and we're going to sell Wayne, Steppenwolf, and Starship for $16. Wayne, I will pull those as soon as I end the feed. All right, so thank y'all. Good night. Be back tomorrow, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. I don't know what that is in California, but it's 7 o'clock here.